Hello everyone. Today we will read an interesting short story, The Little Girl by Katherine Mansfield. The theme of the story is based on the process of change that makes a little girl, Kezia, notice the soft and caring heart of her over-strict father. The story shows the development of relationship between Kezia and her father, where Kezia's feeling for her father changed from fear to understanding. Kezia is a little girl who is very afraid of her father because he often scolds and rebukes her even for petty things. Kezia feels very happy every time her father leaves for office, and when he comes back, she feels rather unhappy. The only person with whom Kezia shares a deep bond of love and affection is her grandmother, who understands her and comforts her all the time. On Sundays, Kezia's grandmother would ask her to go and spend time with her father and mother. But whenever Kezia approached them, she would find her mother busy reading and her father sleeping on the sofa. One day, when Kezia could not go out to play because it was too cold, her grandmother told her that father's birthday was next week, and she suggested her to make a gift for him out of a piece of yellow silk. Grandmother said that Kezia could make a pincushion for her father. It was a laborious task for Kezia, but she was successful in stitching the three sides of the pincushion. However, she could not decide what to use to fill into the pincushion. Grandmother was out in the garden, and Kezia, not knowing what to do, wandered into her mother's bedroom. There she found a number of sheets of fine paper, and she tore them up to fill into the pincushion and happily sewed the fourth side. Unfortunately, those pieces of paper contained father's great speech for the Port Authority. And finding the papers missing, father went red with anger. Kezia was beaten by her father using a ruler for having torn the important papers and for not asking permission before picking up things from others' bedroom. That night, Kezia was quite upset and even questioned God. Why did he make fathers? What did he make fathers for? Although her grandmother comforted her and said that she would soon forget the incident, but Kezia was too hurt to forget this. One day she saw her neighbors, the McDonalds who lived next door, playing happily with their father. The five children clung on to the body of their father and had a happy and gala time giggling with laughter. Looking at this, Kezia decided that all the fathers were not of the same type. One day, Kezia's mother became ill and was taken into the hospital along with grandmother, and Kezia was left to the care of the family cook Alice. When night fell, Kezia started looking for her grandmother because whenever she experienced nightmares, it was her grandmother who took her into her bed and made her sleep comfortably and cozily. That night, when Kezia was sleeping alone, she experienced the same old nightmare, a butcher with a knife and a rope who came nearer and nearer with a dreadful smile on his face. The terrified Kezia started yelling for grandma, and she woke up shivering, only to see that her father stood beside her with a candle in his hand. The father lifted up the child in his arms and carried her into his bedroom. Father lay down beside her, and now Kezia was not any more afraid of the dark. The tired father slept before the girl, and it was only then that Kezia had a closer look at her father and realized that he had to work and was too tired to be Mr. McDonald. She also realized that she had actually committed a mistake by tearing his important papers. Sleeping next to her father, she realized that her father had a big heart, a heart full of love for her, although he never displayed his love and emotions for his darling daughter. The story ends with Kezia telling, "What a big heart you have got, father dear."